Millsysaurus, and we are back with another episode of FIFA 16 PSG Career Mode Season 3 episode March. So we do not have very long until the end of the season, and what a fantastic journey it has been so far. That is one thing I hate about this game. I'm in the middle of a conversation. Well, it takes two people to have a conversation. So I'm in the middle of an introduction, and then it just all of a sudden, you wait for a while, and then it just goes into this bloody arena screenshot. It's annoying. But hey, the weekend is here. Happy Friday. My girlfriend has gone away on a hen do, so I have the flat all to myself. And that means guaranteed broadcasts throughout the weekend. Of course, I do have my own life, so I've got to do the chores such as cleaning, cooking my meals, probably catching up with some peeps. But yeah, when I can spare some free time, I'll be more than happy to be broadcasting some new content of my PSG career mode. I'm actually hoping to get started on my Manchester United career mode, or even do a non-simulated Barcelona career mode and show you guys exactly what I'm made of when it comes to actually playing the FIFA game. But just give me a minute, because I am getting a message on my WhatsApp and I just need to tell my friend everything's okay. La la la. Sorry, guys. Okay, that should be all good. But like I've said to you guys countless times before, I am not doing this whole broadcasting gameplay YouTube thing as a career. I'm simply doing this for my own personal enjoyment. And hey, for all my non-existent fans and future viewers, I do hope you enjoy this video today. So I'm going to go through my emails first, because I did have about 6. W. Maha sent me an email based on my monthly scouting update, and has attached a new scouting report. So we've got Anthony Dabo with a potential of 60 to 80. That to me is not good enough. So I kind of want a little bit higher than that. I'll settle for about 84, maybe 85. So I'm going to reject that player. Damien Dikoke. Nope. Modibo Modeste. Do you know what? Nah, I don't think that's good enough either. Seco Renew. Nope. And Johan Rivieres. Ooh, he looks pretty good, so I'll sign him up. And then we've got a training injury. And in training, Dani Alves suffered a torn quadricep muscle. So he's going to be out for about 8 weeks, which absolutely sucks. So not only is he going to be out for March, but he's going to be out for April as well. We'll probably have him back just towards the end of the season. So my best right back is out of action, guys. That sucks. I'm so exhausted from today's work that I can't even give you very enthusiastic reactions. Suspension's been over for Fabio Coentrao. That would be nice to get my goal-scoring left back. Another player has been injured. Lucas Digne has suffered a pulled calf and will be out for about 7 days. So that's not as bad as Dani Alves. And then we got some tournament prize money for the Coupe Nationale. We've got a transfer budget of $140,400. So that'll be nice. I'm going to delete some emails from my archive. And now I'm going to tell you what we have in store for this month's calendar. So we have 5 games, so not a lot. 4 of them in the Liga and 1 of them in the Champions Cup. Our first game is going to be against Montpellier. Then we go up against Juventus in the second leg of the round of 16. After that, we go up against FC Metz. A week later, we go up against SM Kine. Yes, SM Kine. And then our final match of the month will be against Bordeaux. So hopefully it will be a decent episode. And if not, I do apologise. So without further ado, we are going to get straight into action. But before I do that, guys, I've just realised that there was a player who was feeling a little bit unsettled. So I wanted to improve his contract. Can't really remember who it is, so I guess we'll just have to find out later. Excuse me, I'm yawning already. I better get on that coffee soon and maybe consider doing myself some dinner after this episode. So we're going to simulate away and come up to our first game of the month. But Norway would like me to be their manager for their national squad. I'm going to reject that offer. And then we have a message from Romain Hebran, and he says, may we discuss wages? Boss, I was wondering if you could take a look at my contract and review my wage. I've been thinking that my current wage does not reflect my contribution to the team. I am going to look at your wage, Hebran, because you are absolutely right. You are a good player, and I would love to renew your contract. So he's going to probably be on the bottom of the list based on alphabetical order. Okay, not necessarily the bottom. It is H after all. We can only give him 1 more year because he already has 3 years and 4 months. He only wants an extra 5 grand, so that is swell. Alright, so we give him 1 year, 45,000, and we're not going to specify his squad role until he asks. So that's pretty awesome. And then we have a home game against Montpellier. So we're going to look at the tables, see what they're at. They are 10th in the table. We are 2nd. I think we're going to play the first squad, even though Champions Cup is just around the corner. But it's not a very close game. We do have a 3-day gap in between those 2 games. So first squad would be fine, I think. Definitely. Now we decide who fills in Dani Alves' shoes. I mean, Benzema is not 100% fit, so I'm considering whether or not to start him in this game. I'm thinking put him on the bench, in all honesty. I mean, Jonas could start, but he's not a qualified member of my squad anymore. I simply want to sell him just to try and make a profit. So Jonas is definitely not going to start my game. I think we could give Ben Yedder a shot. We need to give Ben Yedder that momentum he needs so he can build his chemistry with our squad. So yeah, Ben Yedder is going to start this game against Montpellier. And Benzema is going to be sitting on the bench just so he can get 100% fit for the Juventus game. In the meantime, I think Rodriguez should have Or do I just risk it for a biscuit? Do you know what? Screw it. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit, guys. Sod that. My players are earning a shit ton of money, so they need to work hard for it. So Benzema's up front, Rodriguez in the cam, Robben's on the left, Lucas is on the right, Verratti and Matuidi are on the CDM roles, or CDM positions. Dani Alves is my only cause of concern. Silva and Martinez. Now, Martinez is somebody who I do need to consider taking off. So, let's do that straight away. It's definitely going to be Mertesacker, because Mertesacker is eligible for the first squad, and him alongside Thiago Silva could be a good pairing, but I'm sure Mertesacker would support him to the best of his ability. Courtois will be in goal. I don't know why Digne's on there. Maybe he played a previous game because someone's injured. But Coentrao, that's right, Coentrao had a red card, so he had a one-match ban. But now that he's back, he can support the defence. Now, who can replace Dani Alves? Of course, it could be Malo. He's eligible for the first squad. He's probably going to be there in Season 4. So, I think that's my squad right there, guys. Just to make sure the bench looks good. Do we keep Martinez on the bench? Yeah, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna. I mean, why not? So, yeah, let's just do it at that, guys. I'm not very confident with this game, simply because all my players are not 100% fit. So, let's just hope for the best. As always, we're going to simulate the game and skip the simulation process. Montpellier have a good run of form, but they do not have what it takes to defeat us today. Now, we didn't annihilate them, but we did defeat them 2-1. So 3 points. Come home, or stay home with us. Goal scorers of today, Rodriguez and Silva. Yellow cards of today is Matuidi. And 2 substitutions were made. Silva came off for Martinez. And Lucas came off for Torre. And I really don't like that substitution. It's not very accurate. Yaya Toure cannot play right midfield in FIFA 16. But hey, it worked, so who am I to complain? We do have an email, and it is a press conference, so we're going to do what we always do and motivate the PSG squad. We're going to simulate towards the Juventus game. Round of 16, we definitely want to get a win. But good news, guys. Hebran has accepted his new contract, so he'll be staying with us even longer than he already was. Now, I wonder where on the main menu screen I could find out what the results are so far. Okay, cool. So we won 2-1 against Juventus in the first leg. Who's home today? We are home. So that gives us a huge advantage with 2 goals away, and they only scored 1 goal home. So if they manage to score, if we score 1 today and they score another 2 goals, then it will lead up into extra time and maybe penalties. We need to win. It's as simple as that. But if they score more goals than us today, we may have a problem on our hands. It's a complicated process. It's one that I've just learnt today. And now I understand the ruling of the Champions Cup when it comes to away games and the amount of goals scored and so on and so forth. So let's have a quick look at my squad. Everyone's not really 100%. This concerns me. Is Martinez fit to play? No, he's not. Okay, this is not a very strong squad at the moment, guys. Normally, we go into these kind of important games. I mean, who am I kidding? It is an important game. We normally go into important games with everybody on 100% fitness. But it is what it is, you know. Game after game, my players are bound to get tired. So, fingers crossed, guys. Will we progress into the quarterfinals of the Champions Cup? Come on, boys. I believe in you. Yes! That is it, boys. We win. Well, we drew today, but with us away, well, we were home today. Yeah, we were home today. They were away. I mean, on aggregate, it's 3-2. So, we are the victors, guys, and we are going through to the quarterfinals. That's fantastic news. I'm so thrilled. Matuidi was our goal scorer today. Lucas gets a yellow card. Martinez gets a yellow card. Mertesacker and Rodriguez get subbed off for Tielemans and Martinez. And I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy. No emails today. We are going to advance. And our next game is at home with FC Metz. So we are still trying to catch up with Olympique Lyonnais, who have, after 29 games, 73 points, and we have 66. So we are 7 points behind. We need Lyonnais to start losing. If they do not start losing and are constantly winning, we are going to have a problem on our hands and may come in at second place in the Liga, which is not going to be good for us. I think the second squad should take on FC Metz today, as they are 19th, but we do not want to doubt these lower league, lower table squads. So let's just make sure that everybody is up for the task. Ben Yedder needs to fit into this squad now. So the formation needs to go back to its original formation. And I do want 2 up the top. But we don't want a can. Could that work? A 4-4-2? I don't think so. 4-4-2 flat might be okay. Might be okay. Bayerbeck is a right footer. Schneider is a right footer. 75-79. So yeah. Ben Yedder could be on the right forward position. And Bayerbeck could be on the left forward position. Ongenda will play on the left. Hebran plays on the right. Rabiot plays left centre midfield. Tielemans plays right centre midfield. Malo will play right back in the second squad as well. His work is going to be a little bit tough for him since I mean, we could always change the formation and do 3 defenders in the back. Digne, Romagnoli and Rugani. I mean, I'm not sure whether any of these defenders can play on the right. So Malo can play for the first squad until Dani Alves gets better. So my only suggestion is to have a back 3, but Mertesacker doesn't have a permanent spot because Martinez and Silva are in the first squad. Mertesacker is always on the. He's a bench player, but I'm sure he would be happy to play for even the second squad if it means more game time. So I'm thinking a back 3, but if we used to have 5 in the middle, who else could play with us? I mean, Danny and Schneider could. Well, we do have Calatino back, so that's another thing we need to consider. Him and Rodriguez being fitted into the first squad. And someone getting dropped. Maybe Lucas. left winger. Hello? Hello? I'm so sorry. What are you calling from? Okay. No, that's incorrect, I'm afraid. Sorry guys, I just received a phone call, so let's continue. I've just decided to place Yaya Toure into the second squad. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have a permanent spot in the team, but then again, neither does Schneider, Danny, and Mertesacker, simply because their purpose is to be in my team so I can make money off of them when the time comes. So, I mean, Danny could definitely be in the second squad, and so could Schneider. I mean, Schneider might be our best option rather than Yaya Toure, because Yaya Toure is also our first team bench player. So this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to go to the formations and straight to the bottom with the three formations. I mean, we could do a 3-4-3 diamond, but that might not work. We need two strikers up top. 3-4-3 flat. That won't work neither. We don't want two wingers on either side. The one winger works out just fine. I don't think we have enough CDMs to do a 3-5-2. That could work. That could work brilliantly. Oh, no. Then again, it can't. I don't think it can. Oh, that might be what I'm looking for. So Berbek and Yeda are up top. On Gender is on the left, who is unfortunately not in form at the moment. Who else? Who's supposed to be? Habran's supposed to be on the right. Digne would be on the left centre back. Rugani could be right centre back with Romagnoli in the middle. Diego Alves is obviously in goal. Rabiot could be in the left centre midfield. Tillemans could be in the right centre midfield, whilst Schneider could be in the cam. That would be the best option, guys, I think. Definitely. Benzema could be the striking substitution. Rodriguez could be the cam substitution. Robben could be the winger substitution. Matuidi in the centre midfield substitution. And we're only going to go for the one centre back, guys. The one centre back will do just fine. So I think Verratti could earn his spot on the bench, or Coutinho. I think Coutinho might be the best option, definitely, as he's been lacking game time at the moment. with Courtois and goal. So those formations are going to be it. And I think they're still going to stick with the counter-attack. Or do I put them into possession like the first squad? I could make them, make them in possession for the first squad. See how that pans out. I'm going to save that. And then we're going to jump right into the Montpellier game. Oh, no, it's not the Montpellier game. It's the FC Metz game. We've already done the Montpellier game. We are home, though, so that's a good advantage. Definitely a good advantage. So hopefully we come out on top. If we lose, then the second team shouldn't be in the possession tactic and stick to counter-attacking. Oh, that's flipping beautiful. We destroyed FC Metz 3-0. Goal scorers are Beerbeck, Ben Yedder and Tillemans. 2 substitutions made. On Gender came off for Rodriguez. So that is an accurate substitution because I do believe Rodriguez can play left wing. I'm not too sure, but Robin did come on for Hebran. So very good game. Well done, boys. Right, so we do have an email, and it's from Per Mertesacker, and it's about my playtime, boss. So he says he understands he's not guaranteed to start every game, but he would like to play more than he has been. Well, no guarantees, my man. No guarantees. You are a bench player for a reason. So let's get back onto the first team. Start simulating. So SM Kime is going to be our next challenge. We have received a couple of emails, which we will read right now. Poland would like me to manage their national squad. That would be pretty cool. You know, having Lewandowski. I think he's the only guy who I know in the Polish team. Get some tournament prize money for the Champions Cup. $5,400,000. Excellent work. And then we've got our players leaving on international duty. So quite a few players. So SM Kine, I know they're a lower tabled team in 13th place at the moment. So nonetheless, we are going to play our first team because I don't want to take any chances. I don't want to take any risks. And with our next game 2 weeks away, why the hell not would I play my first squad? I mean, there's no other games close by, so it's only right that I play my first team. They should be getting more game time than the second team. Now, I'm thinking we need to have a back three. Just like the second squad, because that's the only way Rodriguez and Coutinho is going to be able to be in the same squad, especially with Lucas. So, we're going to have a look at this first team. And we're probably going to have the same formation as the second team. So, I'm thinking... We don't want 2 up front. Benzema works alone. So... why is it that there's only... Okay, this is kind of annoying. I've got to pick a team that works well for my squad. Benzema, striker. Courtois, goal. Lucas. No. Lucas, right wing. Robin, right midfield. Rodriguez, Cam. This ain't going to work either, because Matuidi and Verratti do not play in those positions. Matuidi could play there, but then Verratti can't play on the left, so that's not going to work. 3-4-3 flat, that could work. Benzema. Cohen-Trowell, you'd be on the left centre back. Silva, centre back. Mallow, right centre back. That means Martinez is going to be my centre back substitute with Mertesacker. I think. Let's sort out these ones first. Rodriguez can play. Oh, that sucks. That sucks balls. Rodriguez can do right. Robin can do left. Verratti and Matuidi can do centre midfield. Oh, perfect. There you go. Whew. I thought that was going to be a problem, guys. We can put Benzema in the striking position, Lucas on the right wing, and Coutinho on the left wing. You can see in his positions right there, he can play left wing. Robin can play on the left midfield. Rodriguez can play on the right midfield. Verratti plays centre midfield. Matuidi plays on the other centre midfield. And Cohen-Trowell, Silva and Mallow will be in defence with Courtois in goal. And I'm pleased to say, guys, that one of my subscribers, Lolsey, is come to watch. So how's it going, Lolsey? I hope you're doing really well. I'm glad you are watching, and I am going to show you my money, or in your case, correcting yourself, budget. And yeah, we can continue with this game. But just before I go ahead and do that, I just want to make sure that my bench is cool. So, Ben Yender is going to be my substitution for that striking position. Bayerbeck is going to be my substitution for the wings. He can play right wing and left wing. Tielemans and Rabiot can be my centre midfield substitutions. Now, Torre. I wish I had a substitute who can play both right midfield and left midfield. Ongenda can't. Hebran can't. That sucks. We're just going to have to leave it like that. The odds of them changing both of them are very slim. I don't necessarily want two centre-backs. I guess we can. Two centre-back substitutions. It's funny you say that, Lulzy, because I did get Mats Hummels. Season 2, January transfer window. If you have a look back on my previous episodes, I signed Mats Hummels on a pre-contract. He only had 6 months remaining. And then come season 3, you know, he all of a sudden gone to Juventus. So that was a massive glitch. Don't know how that happened. But yeah, I don't know how much of that Lulzy listened to. Because they are... Be right back. So Mertesacker and Martinez is going to be on the bench for that centre-back role. And Diego Alves will be my goalkeeper substitute. I think that's good, guys. I think that's pretty nice. Oh, yeah. I am very confident in my first team. Hopefully we'll come out with 3 points. Anything else is unacceptable. I will be absolutely furious if we start drawing or losing games. Because it's getting to the point now in this season that we need to keep racking up these points. If we are to catch up with Lion Eyes, we are going to need to still keep winning, and hopefully they will make a mistake and keep losing. I don't think it made a difference of buying Ben Yedder from Lion Eyes because they're still on top. I would have thought that getting rid of their top goal scorer would have changed things up a bit, but of course they haven't. So we are home. Our team is ready. So new formation. I'm looking forward to trying it out. And I've always liked having a back three. I don't know why. I think it just made things a little bit more simpler. And it meant that I could add a few more world-class players. But we did get the win of 3-1, so that gives us a comfortable 3 points. Benzema scores 2 goals. Robben scores 1. Verratti gets a yellow card. So does Melo. And unfortunately, Coentrao gets injured. Rodriguez gets substituted off for Tielemans. So that's not a very accurate substitution, might I add. If I would have had to substitute anybody off, it would be Bayerbeck to go in that right, or even drop Lucas down to right midfield and put Bayerbeck on the right wing. But hey, there's only so much you can do, and I guess my assistant coach is just trying to do his job. So Lion Eyes are still pushing forward, as we are as well. We only got 7 games remaining. 7 games to get on top. We need Lion Eyes to start losing. It's ridiculous now. But on the plus side, Benzema is catching up to Ben Yedder in top scorers in the Liga. Now, Coentrao suffered a bruised elbow and will be out for 2 days, so that's okay. We've got 2 weeks until our next game, so we're just going to advance that right now. And hopefully it'll be a speedy simulation. And here we go. PSG board have said, I've just received news that Abdou Akpro is wanting to cancel his contract as he thinks that he's ready to be called up to the senior squad. He seems set on leaving, but I can ask him to wait a little while to see if there's anything we can do, like promote him before he cancels his youth contract with us. Have a look at the latest report on him and decide what you want to do. Okay, I knew this was going to happen. Akpro does have some serious potential, and considering that we're almost at the end of the Liga, I don't want to lose out on his services. So we're going to have a look at our youth squad. But before we do anything, I believe I have one spectator, and I'm hoping it's Lulzy. So I'm just going to show Lulzy my finances right now. At the moment, we've got a wage budget of $207,464 with a transfer budget of $105,528,104. So we are minted, guys. Absolutely minted. Right, going into we don't want to look at our youth staff because we do have a fabulous staff member. But we are going to look at our eligible players to be called up into the senior squad. Now, Abdou Akpro, AAA. He's 18 years old, 6 foot, 174 pounds, left footer. He's a defensive-minded type player. Guy called Deadpool the Boss. Very lame name, might I add. But I can't be hating. I've got Millsysaurus, so it's not much I can say. He said, suck poo. No, thank you. Now, with Abdou, he's got an overall of 47, and he can potentially rise to 82 between 82 and 88. His strengths are his stamina, strength, sprint speed, jumping, and acceleration. So I think we're going to go on a whim and promote this player to the senior squad. So let's offer him a new contract. Guy's a centre midfielder, so that'll be our first member into our reserve squad. He wants 3 years and $500. That's absolutely fine. We're not going to specify his squad role. In fact, we are going to specify... No, we're not going to specify his squad role. He can do one, as far as I'm concerned. So, no, we are. Future first team player. There you go. So he should be satisfied with that offer. And if I was him, I'll be jumping on that opportunity. Apparently, Deadpool the boss has a name known as Snoop Dogg. Yeah, and I'm Jesus, mate. I don't know why I interact with these cunts. Excuse the French, no pun intended. We're going to move on because we're heading up into our last game of the season, and we have another player that wants to opt out. I've just received news that Abdu is wanting to cancel his contract as he thinks that he's ready to be called up to. We already sorted out this problem. I offered him a new contract. It's whether he needs to accept it or not. Come on, EA, get with the program. Ridiculous. Right. Oh, Deadball, cheers, mate. He thinks I'm funny. I do try. I must say, I do try. Alright, coming up to our last game of the month, guys. Before I end the episode, we're going to answer these couple of emails and then we're going to face Bordeaux. Ireland would like me to be the manager of their national squad. Hell no. I have no interest in joining the international squads. Oh, but we do have another player. Guyton Haller wants to cancel his contract, so we're going to have a look at him very quickly. But Javi Martinez has seen the provisional team for the next game and he is amongst the subs. He's been playing well, so he really wants to keep that momentum going. We might give him a crack. That really sounds wrong. I'm going to need to come up with a new line than that. We might give him a chance to play, is what I meant. So, especially since Lion Eyes are like 10 points ahead of us. Guys, this is not looking good at all. Especially with only, 7 games remaining. So, we're going to have a look at our first team. And apparently, I make Deadpool laugh and pee his boxes. So that's nice. I really appreciate that, man. Not going to take you seriously. But whatever floats your boat. So the squad is looking great. So I'm thinking this could be a little bit too much pressure for the likes of Mallow. Though he is eligible for the first squad, I'm going to give him a break and let him join the bench with Mertesacker. So Martinez can be alongside Silva and Cohen Trowell. I think Martinez will be a much suitable candidate for this last game of the month. So we're just going to go ahead and save that and then get crack-a-lacking. So another lengthy episode, guys. I do apologise for that. But I do hope you guys enjoy the video. I am not entertaining you guys liking this video or giving me a subscription. I'm not advertising myself as a full-time YouTuber. I'm simply doing this for my own enjoyment. So just sit back, get yourself a drink, get your feet up and enjoy the show. And apparently Deadpool popped himself. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to say I pooped myself. So he loves embarrassing himself and making himself look like a complete twat. But fair enough, dude. That is absolutely cool. As long as you're enjoying this video. And if you're not, then by all means, I'm not going to force you to stay. And if you do want to poop yourself, maybe you need to change those boxes of yours. So, an away game against Bordeaux. Do we have any chance to win? Probably. Probably not. Only one way to find out, guys. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. Cross your fingers, folks. It's going to be a roller Yes! We get 3 points, guys. We defeat Bordeaux 2-1. And Benzema was our goal-scoring champion. And unfortunately, Verratti got an injury. And to top it all off, the man, Javi Martinez, wanted a shot. He thought he was playing well, but if he was playing well, he wouldn't have got himself 2 yellow cards and sent off. 3 substitutions made, one of them being Verratti coming off for Tielemans. Another being Silva for Mertesacker, and the final one being Lucas for Bearbeck. So 3 accurate substitutions, so I'm quite happy with that. So with only, 6 games remaining, we do have a lot of pressure on our hands. I'm going to save it right there, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Without further ado, it's going to end right there, and I will see you guys next time for some more FIFA 16 content of this PSG Career Mode Season 3 for the episode April. I'm your boy Mosasaurus, and above all else, have a fantastic rest of your evening. Take care and goodbye.